Take a look at my hair. Think about the color, think about the texture, and think about the length. Now I want you to remember being in elementary and middle school when you had to take the state test. I want you to think about the kinds of questions that are on the test, but not the ridiculous questions that no one knows the answers to. I want you to think about the questions that come before that. I want you to think about the kinds of questions where they ask you your name, your age, your gender, and your race. Now, if you're answering the question of race for yourself, that may be a clear answer. But for me, it wasn't so clear. I would pick my race based on what kind of hairstyle I had that day on these exams. You may be thinking, why would she do that? But I'll tell you why. I did this because there was no option for my race. There still isn't. All of you have parents. Some of you may not have a good relationship with them. Some of you may not even know who they are, but all of you have them. We have similarities in our parents and we have differences. Some of our similarities is our parents give us everything that we need and usually the things that we want. They bring you to your sporting and academic events, they take you to your appointments, and they occasionally show up late to work because you accidentally forgot your backpack in the mudroom. But my family life and how I grew up is very different than most of yours. My dad, Shamar, is black. My mother, Amanda, who passed away a couple of years ago, who wasn't really involved in my childhood, is white. My stepmother, McKenna, who I address as my mom and has been an essential part of my life since before I was born, is black. This means I am not just white. This means I am not just black. This means I am both. What does that even mean? This means, like all of you, I have genes from both of my parents. But unlike most of you, my parents created a race that's only half of both of them. Before I came to Clinton Elementary School, I went to Gansborough Elementary School in Rome. As most of us probably already know, Rome is very diverse and has a mix of different people, from white to black, Hispanic, Asian, and everything in between. But still very few that look like me. One day at recess, I was talking to one of my white friends and we were thinking about going to invite another girl to play with us at recess. So I said, I'm gonna go ask her to play with us. And she said, why are you talking like that? And I'm looking around all confused because I'm not really sure what she means. She proceeds to reiterate what I had said to her, and she goes, you were supposed to say, I will come ask her to play with us. It was at this moment that I realized that I was going to have to choose who to talk to like this and when I can talk to a person like this. It was at this moment that I thought that I had to choose who I was going to be depending on who was around. I lived this reality every day until a couple of months ago when I had a conversation with my mom. And I knew this had to be my topic. One day in middle school, I told my mom about not knowing which box to check. And she looked at me like I lost my marbles. She said the simplest thing like it was the most obvious solution in the world. She said, pick them both. On the outside, I said, okay. But on the inside, I said, if she never told me this, I'd probably still pick my race based on what hairstyle I had that day. Thanks, Mom. So, as we're talking about the topic of hair, growing up in the black community, hair is very crucial. But me being biracial, I think it's even more important because depending on the color, the length, and the texture, society takes one look and has already decided what race you are without even opening your mouth. My hair, as you can tell, is curly, and it's classified as 3B. Everyone compliments it, and some go as far as to try to touch it. A little advice from me to you, don't ever do that unless you have permission. But on the other hand, when I straighten my hair, it becomes 1C type and I look completely different. I like my straight hair, but it is not a part of me. So don't ever in your life tell me that my straight hair looks better than my curly hair. Because you telling me that my straight hair looks better than my curly hair is telling me that you like a temporary version of me better than the original me. My straight hair, once water touches it, it's gone. As of 2015, there's a 36% increase of mixed race marriages. This means the mixed race culture is on the rise. This means we need to start normalizing mixed race culture. I didn't realize until a couple of months ago how privileged I was to be of both races. I now realize that I don't have to listen to society about who I should be and when I should be it. I now realize that I don't have to choose who I am, I can just be who I am. I'm a daughter, I'm a granddaughter, I'm a sister, I'm a cousin, I'm a friend, I'm a student, I'm a human. I am mixed, I am biracial. I'm real. Thank you.